85 giant keys to go, 85 giant keys. You knock one down, pick it up off the ground. 84 giant keys to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Keepin' It 100, the series where I kill every boss in Gielinor exactly and only 100 times on an Ironman account. Last episode, I took care of a bunch of housekeeping items needed to set myself up for success before I truly get this show on the road. This mostly involved knocking out some key quests and, of course, getting the levels for those quests. Here is what we're working with at this point in time. I also picked up a bone crossbow, like any good little Iron Man should, and I just finished stocking up on bolts. 2k or so should be good for now. Don't forget the Avas. Better to get this thing upgraded sooner rather than later, that's for sure. Alrighty folks, pull up a seat and hang tight while I give you all the rundown on what this series is gonna look like. As I mentioned in the last episode, I've assembled a bossing tier list specifically for this series. The idea is that this will provide some direction for the account while stopping me from skipping lower level content and hopefully giving this journey a little more of an authentic feeling. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is our first set of victims. In no particular order, we have Ryo Fighter.
Shit, that man needs a pass.
Tempo Rickety Ross. The Deranged Archaeologist. Oh boy.
Oh my god, he's so muscular.
The Barrows Brothers. The infamous hardcore Iron Man killer, Winter Todd. Scarius.
It's a rat.
The OG, King Black Dragon. And last, but certainly not least, he's big, he's brown, and he's blind, Giant Mole.
Jeez, man, this guy gonna pick on the blind.
Well, there you have it. I'll need to kill each and every one of these bosses 100 times before advancing to the D tier. In terms of the exceptions, as I touched on in the last video, Jad I will only be doing once, not 100 times, as there's no real benefit to doing so. The Mimic, I definitely will not be able to do 100 times. That is a ridiculous amount of clues, and that also results in me exceeding 100 clues on the high scores. In terms of Hispori, I will definitely be killing Hispori 100 times. However, I have not confined her to any specific tier, just due to the nature of killing Hispori and how you have to wait for her to grow and you have to gather the seeds. I feel like if I were to lock her to one tier, I would be stuck only doing Hispori on that tier for a very long time, and that isn't really going to fit well into a bi-weekly upload schedule. And lastly, we have the PvP corner. I'm going to try and forget about its existence for the time being, and I suggest y'all do the same. The one true requirement for Winter Todd is level 50 fire making. I am currently only level 1 fire making, but I don't think it'll take me too long to get to level 50. It's not a terribly stringent requirement. Other than that, I'll just need to get some warm gear, like the Clue Hunter's gear works, and I think a regular Staff of Fire works as well, and I should be good to go at that point. Okay, that's the halfway mark. Motivation is still strong. Vitals are good. I think I'm going to make it, folks. Okay, I made it to 45 fire making, which means I can now burn maple logs. However, before I start chopping the maple trees, I'm going to see if I can get a better axe. I'm repping a steel axe right now, which is probably fine. But, you know, I'm going to want a better axe eventually anyways, so I may as well give it a shot now and see if I get lucky with the runes I have. Well, that is an improvement. So the best axe I got was the mithril axe after exhausting all my runes. I will come back for the rune axe likely at some point. That will not be today. I have no more runes and I have no more money to buy runes. Hey, there is 50 fire making. I am just about ready for Wintertod. I needed something to AFK, so I went and got 35 fishing. This is a requirement for Temperos, and I believe the only requirement for Temperos. I'm totally hitching a ride right now. Okay, I've got my earmuffs on, as well as my fire battle staff. There is supposed to be 2 pieces of the Clue Hunter's gear over here, somewhere. I'm looking for, I think, the gloves and the boots here. And they both count towards warm clothing. I just have to find them. Oh, there we go. Okay, Wiki said by the oak tree, and that's where they were. Boom. All right, I've got 4 pieces of warm clothing on. I am all set for Wintertod. I completed X marks the spot in order to unlock Kourend. From there, I just took a games necklace over to Wintertod. Here I am in front of the doors of Din, ready to go. We have a quick look at the log here, there's not too much I want on the log in terms of like usefulness. The axe, the dragon axe would be very nice, although that is quite rare. The Brumatorch would also be nice. It's a reliable source of light. One that does not extinguish, so I would more than welcome a Brumatorch. As for everything else, it's not really that useful outside of Wintertod. The Tome of Fire would be nice, however, I don't think I could use it in a very large capacity anyways, due to likely running out of burnt pages pretty quickly. With all that being said, I think it's time we officially start the Keepin' It 100 grind. Now, because I am capped at 100 pulls from the loot cart, there's really no sense in me doing any fletching in Wintertod, which begs the question, why fletch? I'm really not concerned about the points. Like I said, I'll definitely have 100 pulls by the time I finish this grind. So I am just going to take the increased fire making XP and not fletch at all. If I'm having trouble meeting the 500 point requirement, maybe I'll start fletching, but I doubt that's going to be the case. Same logic, I will not be doing the solo Wintertod method. The points don't matter to me. The only reason I could see myself maybe doing the solo method is if for some reason I need a higher fire making level for something, in which case I might jump into a solo and just get the sweet fire making XP here at Wintertod without actually getting another completion and breaking my series. The cold of Wintertod seeps into my bones. 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 Alright, that is 61 KC. I'm losing a little bit of my sanity at this point, but only 39 more to go. Apparently they added a cooldown for Wintertod's attacks in the relatively recent update to Wintertod. I think that is a load of bullshit. That, or they need to increase the cooldown. Alrighty, here it comes. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Wintertod is officially complete. Coming in with a 100 KC, 206 rewards to be pulled. I can only pull 100 of them. That's fine. I'll take what I can get. I'm just happy to be done with this frozen prison. Not gonna lie, I'm actually gonna miss the Wintertod drip. My guy looks chill AF right now with these earmuffs. It looks like I'm bumping some tunes. Anyway, time for the best part, the Winter Todd loot. Alright, before I pull the actual Winter Todd loot, I am going to get my herb lore up a little bit and possibly my farming level. That's a big if. Just the rewards are better if the corresponding skills are leveled up more. For instance, you get higher tier herbs if your herb lore level is higher. You get higher tier seeds if your farming is higher. I'm not going to go too hard on this. I think I'm just going to try to hit a couple benchmarks if I can, and then do the pull. Also, if you're wondering why I'm low alkene steel longswords, this is my primary source of GP right now. All the hill giants I killed dropped these steel longswords, and I don't have enough magic level for the high alk. But this will do the job for now. I don't need that much money to buy vials and Eyes of Newt. Oh, I knew that collecting these limpwort roots was not going to be in vain. 140 of them stacked up, and I am pleased with the past version of myself. So I hit the level 14 herblore threshold to be able to get Cadentine herb from the Winter Todd loot cart. Now I'm seeing if I can get 21 farming so I can pull Snapdragon seeds. After that, I think I'll be satisfied enough to go back for my loot. Like, technically, I should wait even longer and get these levels up, you know, herb lore and farming specifically. But honestly, I'm broke AF right now, and I really need those GP drops from Winter Todd. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I did not get level 21 farming, and frankly, I do not plan on it. The idea was that I would hit 21 so that I could also roll for Snapdragon seeds when I do this pull. However, I actually ran out of seeds, to be honest with you. I still have potato seeds left, but it's still not enough to get me to 21. The responsible thing to do would be to go get the seeds, plant the seeds, and then come back and do the pull. But it's getting pretty late here. I'm going to get this video out by tomorrow. I'm just going to do it right now. In terms of common loot, the main things I'm looking for are chiefly magic logs, so I don't have to grind a bunch of wood cutting should I need the logs for a quest or something like that. Lots of herbs, obviously, is going to be nice. Seeds as well, like seeds for herbs. That's what I'm hoping for. And hopefully a lot of GP. Okay, from the first little pull, I got the gloves. I don't really care about those. The Bruma Torch, that's very nice. No magic logs in sight, but I do have 43k, and that is by far the most amount of GP I've had on this account so far. Okay, I gotta make sure that I don't go over my 100 pulls. Alright, I got 6 more. Okay, that should be good. Oops. 100 and 100. Look at that. Alright, what did we get overall? I got a bunch of warm gloves, which is not ideal. Darn, no magic logs. Oh well. The 75k is super nice. It feels good not to be poor anymore. As for the other stuff, it's pretty mediocre, but I'm sure it will come in handy at some point. Well, thank you all for joining me in this icy prison. I'll see you again in 2 weeks. 83 giant keys to go.